The scenes that shocked the country. Once again, people going about their normal lives caught up in the horror of a terrorist attack. On Saturday night, 3 men drove a van at crowds in London before attacking them with knives and then being shot by police. 7 people were killed and today 18 remain in critical conditions. Despite happening hundreds of miles from Norfolk and with no specific intelligence linking it to the county, Chief Constable Simon Bailey says people here are and should be more alert.
I'm not going to say it's a shock because I'm not sure we can actually say it's a shock anymore. This would appear to be potentially a new normality, and it's an awful thought. And we, to make sure we do our best to make sure this doesn't happen here, have got to remain vigilant. Anything strange, then please dial 101, or if you feel it's an emergency, dial 999. And we're already starting to see an increase in the number of reports of suspicious bags that have been left lying around. Please don't take chances.
The attack on Saturday night came just hours before the benefit concert organised by Ariana Grande in memory of the victims of the Manchester bombing 2 weeks earlier. Last week, 8 officers from Norfolk Police travelled to the city to help with investigations. Among them was PC Steve Potter, who while on duty met one of the victims, Jaden Farrell Mann, who wanted to pose for a photo for social media to say thank you.
And felt it was really our duty to go up there and help out. We know the officers are up there working long hours, some of them no days off, so we were happy to go and assist. But for us, I mean, going and seeing what they've gone through was a little bit shell-shocking even for me. You can see that the city itself, the people are trying to get back to their normality, getting on with their lives. But as you sort of get to where the memorial is in St Anne's Square, it's a very solemn, lots of people upset, obviously reading the cards, officers as well.
In response to the attack in Manchester, armed officers were deployed on the streets of Norwich. They've now stopped after the terror threat level was reduced back down to severe, but the force says there is still a heightened presence on the streets. Planning's also underway for tighter security when Take That perform at Carrow Road next week. Police and Crime Commissioner Lorne Green says despite tight resources, the force is ready to step up if needed.
We're ready for anything. We have to be. We can't say that the resources are such that if it reaches a certain magnitude we can't respond. We must. That is the duty, the responsibility, the commitment of the Norfolk Constabulary. When you see armed officers on the street, that is not to intimidate or to frighten anybody who is well-meaning. That is to give assurance to the population, to the community at large, that we are ready for whatever contingency might arise so they can go about their daily lives and enjoy living in this wonderful county and not feel intimidated or frightened.
We've got an election on Thursday. You'll see a greater presence at polling booths and counting centres. I think, again, it's just important that people feel confident. And there is no doubt that seeing a police officer makes people feel safe, and I completely understand that. I am doing this on finite resources. We're having to make difficult decisions in terms of how we balance the threat, harm and the risk.
Difficult decisions, but ones that police bosses say must be made so people here can continue enjoying their lives without fear of attack. Lauren Du Bois, Mustard TV, Wyndham.